War Eagle. That's right.
I still don't understand that.
Maybe he could text you. Let's go to TC in Sacramento. Rock bottom. Rock bottom. People want to talk about rock bottom moments.
Really?
Rock bottom. Yeah.
As a fan.
As a fan. Rock bottom. Or rock bottom in life? No, let's not go there.
No.
TC Sacramento, what's happening?
I don't want to admit my rock bottom in life.
Nor do I. What's up, TC?
Bonte and Shasky, what's up?
What up?
What's up, bros?
What's up, baby?
I ain't talked to y'all since like the Warriors series and Kings, man. But I ain't tapped in. But just my rock bottom moment, and I'm being honest, my rock bottom moment was when Kyle didn't start Trey Lance from day one when we drafted him and Jimmy Garoppolo was supposed to be traded. That's when I hit rock bottom on the team, and I'm over Kyle and John. In my opinion, I don't care about the family. That's coming from a die-hard Niner fan. That day, I hit rock bottom, bro, because he was supposed to be the starter, and it's been shenanigans ever since, in my opinion.
So if Brock Purdy or
TC,
dare I say Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl this year, could he win you back over Shanahan?
I don't know. TC, listen, I'm not going to scoff at anybody's rock bottom moments. I'm not going to do that today. He felt like that was his rock bottom moment. Trey Lance not starting week 1 in Detroit. I'll go to my deathbed. I don't give a damn what anybody thinks. Trey Lance should have started week 1 against the Detroit Lions. Should have. I get the finger injury against the Raiders in the last preseason game. People forget they were alternating plays. Jimmy and Trey Lance was alternating plays in that last preseason game. Since we wanted to put so much stock into the Houston, Texas preseason game last year, well, what about week 2 against the Chargers at SoFi Stadium? Who looked better? Trey Lance or Jimmy Garoppolo? Remember the 2-minute drill he ran? 45 seconds, he went 75 yards for a touchdown? Since we don't talk about preseason games.
But it's interesting that you bring up that one. And I don't want to go back and re-adjudicate it, but if Trey Lance's finger caused that much issues throughout that rookie year, okay, and it affected all of his throwing and everything associated with it, Kyle, what the hell were you doing going back and forth with quarterbacks? That couldn't have been helpful. Now he might have gotten hurt anyway.
He hurt their finger in that game.
That's what I'm saying. We haven't talked enough about that. Kyle, look, real or not, Kyle does have a quarterback protection issue.
He has a quarterback problem. He has a quarterback issue. And now this room, now the Kirk Cousins things, the Kirk Cousins name just won't go away. It will not go away.
The fact is this: your quarterbacks constantly get hurt. The only the only thing that can stop that narrative is one of these quarterbacks staying healthy for 16 games.
Wow. Let's go to Robin. Robin in the city. What's rock bottom for you, Sugar?
Hey, Sugar. Both of my sugars. Just it. Everybody tease me with this. Hey, I just want to say this, Fonte. I already knew. Sorry, guys. I was eating. I'm enjoying the coconut. Got stuck in my damn throat. I'm sorry. I already knew Dre was hosting that show. Guess who will not be watching?
Jordan Poole.
So, yeah. I want to say that my lowest point, and I don't know if this counts, I don't care what anybody, I cannot watch that season the Warriors blew 3-1. I watch old games all the time. I can't even watch that whole season, that 73 season.
Yeah, it hurts me.
And then it hurts. It hurts today. Any game, Shasky, from that season, I can't watch. I don't care how beautiful the basketball was because I know the result, right?
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you another low point, you guys. Remember when in the following season, we got Durant, I think. We blew a 31-point lead. And all the 3-1 jokes because we had just lost the year before. 3-1 blew that. And we blew a 31-point lead against the, I think,
Robert, real quick. I guess the biggest question, and JP from Immune wants to know, and also Joe, who's listening all the way out in Japan, they want to know, they're eating an almond joy at 6:50 in the morning. What is going on?
Oh, yeah, yeah, I eat pizza, spaghetti, and anything else I want to in the morning. But, yeah, I was hungry, and I couldn't stop because I got a late start. So the the thing that kills the hunger in your in your stomach, just eat a piece of chocolate. And that hunger will be gone in a second. But I wouldn't recommend an almond joy while you're trying to talk because the coconut get caught in your mouth.
It's kind of like a Skittle getting caught in my mouth, but it wasn't on there. Bye, Robin.
Robin, have a good one.
It's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
I thought she had bronchitis there for a second.
We got to get her to the studio soon. Who we getting in tomorrow? We getting Adam in the city, right? Adam in the city. Pride of Stewart Hall. He's coming to the studio tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Just celebrated his 31st birthday.
Oh, nice.
Caught up with Sam Lubman last Friday.
Oh.
He's a good kid. Good kid. Can't wait to have him in for the last 5 minutes. He's got a big dude. Ernie Chavez wanted nothing to do with coming to the studio after Uncle Gene.
Why?
Uncle Gene set a high bar.
Sam Lubman, what's the lowest moment in your fandom for the University of Miami? Because you're a sicko for the Giants, and that's obvious, like, duh. But the University of Miami is kind of where us behind the scenes realize how intense you are.
It's hurricane season.
I mean, you'll wear the socks.
Ever since I showed up to campus, there's been a lot of low moments.
Is it Mario Cristobal?
I mean, the day
Shapiro?
I'm not gonna lie. The day I
Shapiro,
showed
Nevin
up to
Shapiro.
campus was the day the Shapiro stuff broke.
Really?
So I don't know if can your rock bottom really be day one. I don't know. To me, it's probably a tie though between 58-0 against Clemson.
Oh my
And-
God, I remember that game. What was it?
I
at
watched that-
halftime?
No, who was
What
the
that?
quarterback?
38-0.
That was I think. Brad Kye was still the quarterback that year. Well, that was the game where they had Malik Rozier come in
Malik?
as relief.
He was like
And
28.
He was scrambling for a first down, had plenty of room to get the first down, had like two defenders coming at him, pivots, runs the other way, and it's like running out of bounds. And it was just like, what are we doing here? And then I got to be honest, that lost to Florida State last year. That was also pretty high up. And
Yeah,
then
you guys got rolled.
well, it was 4th and 13 the year before. That one stung a lot.
Well, the 58-0 game at Clemson, it was a 9 a.m. game on the West Coast, and there was nobody at the Orange Bowl. And I remember at halftime, it was something like 38-0. It was bad.
It was really bad. I watched that whole game though. I stuck with
Yeah,
it.
no, it was bad.
But the one positive though was that it got Al Golden fired. So
Who's
I'll
quarterback for
roll with
Clemson that day?
I think it was Deshaun Watson.
Oh, wow.
I remember at halftime, Dabo Sweeney had to bring his team together. Like, okay, guys, remember, we're not gonna talk any smack or anything in the second half. We're gonna win with class. One of those things. It was just,
And he still ran up the score.
It was still, yeah.
He tried
Well, I don't know
to-
if he ran up the score. I think it was just Miami. It was just that bad.
You're a bigger fraud in college sports than Dabo Sweeney. My God.
Well, the clock
In
is struck
college?
midnight on him.
In college. No, in college
Well,
sports.
now that
this
Huggy
guy,
Bear is fired,
Well,
I
he's
mean-
gone. Yeah.
There are some bad.
There's some
Patino,
bad.
the vampire.
Patino got a job again.
Of course he did.
St. John's.
Good Catholic man, that Patino. Great guy.
You know what they call him? They call him UMass because he's a Minuteman. You got to read into that report.
Hey, he just wanted to have his players have a good time. That's all I saw.
No,
That's
him-
all I saw.
The equipment
apparently
manager's
took-
wife.
Yes.
The equipment manager's wife.
In the
And-
bathroom at the restaurant while
Yeah.
everyone was there.
Yeah. That's
Patino's as low as you can go.
I mean, what about the wife, though? Why did she get exonerated?
Oh, hey. Because
She
we don't
went in
know
there in
who
the
she is.
bathroom.
We don't know who she is.
Yeah, but she was married, right? To the equipment
Oh,
manager.
it takes two to tango.
She's taking the equipment manager. I'm not saying Patino's innocent.
No,
but she went in there too
what was
in a
the-
restaurant with
Yeah.
her husband sitting at the table eating dinner.
The worst of all the coaching issues, and we're all over the place today. What was the guy, Bobby Petrino, when he had
Oh, the neck brace.
Oh, yeah.
After
He
the
had the girl on
accident.
the
the back of the motorcycle that wasn't his wife, and then he comes with the neck brace like he's what's his face, Tony's nephew.
Oh,
in
Christopher
The Sopranos.
Moltisanti. Yeah, it's like Christopher Note. And that's coming off, leaving a note saying he's not going to come back to the Falcons.
Oh, yeah, that's
he
right.
left a note.
Right, he left a note. And 2 days later, he's Pig Suey. He's going to Arkansas.
Bobby
Dude.
Petrino's a fraud.
Oh, yeah, he's a big time fraud. Let's go to
but
Richard.
boy, he can coach him up
I think he's at UNLV now. He's in Vegas.
like Tark.
Might not be a good. He's talking about a perfect match. Petrino in Vegas.
Petrino at Allegiant Stadium.
Oh
Let's go.
my gosh!
Rock bottom for me, this is from the 209, was learning the Raiders were signing Jimmy G as QB1.
Richard Petaluma.
Hey, Rich.
What's rock bottom for you, buddy?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Hey, you guys are great. You crack me up every morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, real quick, 3 low points in order, I guess.
Okay.
Like lowest number one. But number three was Warriors Game 6, losing to Toronto. That's had a shot, and it just didn't go in. That was a tough one. Number two was Roger Craig fumbling the ball in 1990 in the championship game. That was tough. But I think for Giant fans, number one, 2002.
Yep.
Doesn't give him the ball to Russ, and just downhill from there. So, pretty tough moments.
What? No one's referenced the Richard Sherman play. I know it's the playoffs because we're trying not to do the playoffs. The Richard Sherman moment on Crabtree, given everything, that felt pretty damn low.
Felt like the end of the Harbaugh era, even though they had another year left. It
Agreed.
felt like that was their best shot. Damn, that's why it was tough to. He took a deuce on the city of San Francisco. I mean, it's just literally.
Well, and Crabtree, who had came back with the ruptured Achilles that year.
You had to try me with a sorry-ass receiver like Crabtree.
I mean,
that's an all-time drop.
Well, and they took out Bowman in that game.
And
I guess
got hurt
technically
too.
Eric Reed took out Bowman.
Did Ayupati get hurt in that game too?
And Frank Gore got a concussion in the second quarter.
Even though he made one of the sickest fourth down plays.
I look at. I'm going to go to my deathbed saying that Greg Roman and Harbaugh ruined that game on the first drive for the 49ers when they ran a 3rd and 7
quarterback draw.
It
should have been a second down play.
Okay,
should have been a second down play. No. I'm saying they ran it on 3rd down. That play should have been called on second down.
Alden Smith got a strip on Russell Wilson early. They got the ball in field goal range.
First play of the game.
Yeah, and they basically conceded, we'll just take 3. It's like, no, you got to go for the jugular.
They were up 10-0 in that first half. And they were dominating.
They should have been up 20.
Game. But they were up 10-0. And Dante Whitner got beat deep. He fell asleep on one of those Russell Wilson, scramble.
Well,
he threw it up to Doug Baldwin. They got the 3 points. That was huge to me to go into halftime down 10-3 for Seattle because it kept Marshawn Lynch in the play. I wonder how quickly they would have aborted the running game being down 10-0 as opposed to 10-3. I don't know.
Well, the other play was where everyone jumped off sides and then they stopped defending and Russ threw it down the field, I believe, to Kearse or Baldwin for a touchdown. I mean, there's a bunch of plays on that. The clock was an issue that whole game. They were playing with the clock the whole time.
That crowd was insane.
Bennett stripping
insane.
Cap on that rollout play.
You know, Anthony Davis had a terrible fourth quarter at right tackle because Cliff Averill and Bennett was coming around the edge on him.
Killing him.
Anthony Bennett, and the thing is, when Kaepernick threw that pass at Michael Crabtree at the back of the end zone, again, he couldn't step up in that play. If you go watch the play again, Anthony Davis got pummeled again trying to block Cliff. I think it was Cliff Averill on that side, and Cap could step into it. Now he had like 3 other dudes open, and he went for the juggler.
Is that the greatest, in terms of athleticism, is that the greatest throw in 49er playoff history? Athleticism-wise. The Cap to Bolden.
I don't know.
I mean, he jumped through it like a shortstop and threw a 100-mile-an-hour heater 40 yards down the field that Bolden caught off the helmet.
Montana threw some pretty sick passes.
I know.